Hello, dear students, and welcome to this lecture. Today, inshallah, we're going to talk about adverbs. In this lecture, inshallah, we're going to study what is an adverb, the definition of adverb, and also the types of adverbs. Okay, what is an adverb? An adverb is a word or a set of words that modifies or describe verbs, adjectives, and another adverbs. When we say describe verbs, for example, we can say he ran quickly. He ran quickly. So run here is a verb and it is modified with what? Quickly. And quickly is an adverb. And when we say the adverb describes an adjective, here we think of what? Big as an adjective. We can say very big. Very big. Okay. Also here, very is an adverb and it describes what? Big. And when we say it can describe some other adverb, when we said he ran quickly, here quickly we said is an adverb that describe what? Run, okay, the verb run. And now here we can add even very quickly. He ran very quickly, okay. So we think of very is an adverb that describes some other adverb, which is what? Quickly, okay. It tells when or where and how an action is performed, or indicates the quality or degree of the action. So here we think of the adverbs tells when and where, and even how an action is performed or indicates the quality or degree of the action. And many adverbs end in ly. As we said here, quickly, okay, beautifully, add ly, so we'll find ly at the end of what? Of adverbs. Okay. But some words which end in ly, such as friendly, are not adverbs. Here we can say friendly is one of the exception cases or exceptional cases. Okay, it is what? An adjective, friendly. So the general rule of adverbs, or some of the adverbs, okay, we'll find at the end of them ly. Beautifully, yes, cleverly, okay, and also quickly. Okay, many words can be both adverbs and adjectives according to their activity in the sentence. So adverbs and adjectives, okay, according to their what? Activity in the sentence, or even can be yes, found. Okay, we can say again, many words can be both, okay, or as yes, can be both what? Adverbs and adjectives according to their activity in the sentence. So according to their function in the sentence. So let's take some example in form of sentence. Tariq is always hungry for success. Tariq is always hungry for success. Always here is an adverb that describe what? Let's say the verb, okay? Okay. Think of, and yes, Tariq is always hungry. It's not for yes verb, but it's for what? Adjective. Always hungry. Always hungry. So this is an adjective which is described, okay, or modified by what? By the adverb always. I love my daughter very much. I love my daughter very much. So also you think of very much, okay? You think of very is one of the forms or one of the adverbs. He is running fast. He is running fast. Fast here also is an adverb that describes the verb running. Ali works hard. Ali works hard. We think of Ali here, okay, works hard, and hard here describes the verb, okay, as you see. He wrote that clearly. He wrote that clearly. And clearly here also described as what? His writing, okay. We can say also there is some type of adverbs, okay, which known as what? Adverb clauses. And also we have adverb phrases. We can say adverb clauses and adverb phrases are clauses and phrases that modify the verb or the verbs, adjectives, or another adverbs. So here we think of the adverb and can be what? Adverb clauses or even adverb phrases. And we can say both of them modify the verbs, okay, or adjectives or even adverbs that use in some sentence. For example, when we say he ran toward the bus until he was tired, you can say until he was tired is an adverb. Also, when you say he came carrying his box with 2 hands, also carrying his box with 2 hands is an adverb phrase. Also, we were frightened without any reason. This is the third example. We can say here without any reason is an adverb phrase. So what about the types of adverbs? There are some different types of adverbs. The first type is known as conjunctive adverbs. The second is sentence adverbs. The third, adverbs of time or frequency. They answer the question when, okay? And also we have adverbs of place or direction, which answers the question of where. And also we have adverbs of degree, which answers the question of how much, and adverbs of manner, which answers the question of how. Let's start with the first type, conjunctive adverbs. The conjunctive adverbs connects phrases or independent clauses, and it provides transitions between ideas and shows relationships. So he would think of them as conjunction, okay? Conjunctive adverbs. They're used to connect phrases or independent clauses, okay? In a paragraph, okay, or even yes, sentences, okay? So they used to show relationships between what? Between transitions, okay, or even between ideas, okay, transitions between ideas. Conjunctive adverbs are also called as connectors. We use them in the paragraph to connect different parts of the paragraph or the different sentences in a paragraph. So they are used to connect. Okay, conjunctive are also known as connectors, and they used to connect the different ideas in a paragraph. For example, it rained last night. Nonetheless, the final match has not been cancelled. It rained last night. This is the first sentence. We link it with the second sentence with nonetheless. Nonetheless, the final match has not been cancelled. So the nonetheless is an adverb or conjunctive adverb. Another example, we are still confused. However, if the referees will come. So also here, we link the two parts of the sentences or the two clauses with what? With however. The last example, last season there was a great drought. Consequently, we could not grow crops. So also here we have two clauses, okay? Each clause has its own verb. Here we have was and here we have couldn't grow. So we link them together with consequently. Consequently. So consequently and however and also nonetheless are known as conjuncting adverbs. Also we have first reason, the second reason, okay, such type of words, okay, firstly, secondly, okay, finally, all of them are used as what? Conjunctive. So you have two types of conjunctions, okay, minor and major conjunctions, okay, or even connectors, main or minor, major or minor connectors. The second type of adverbs is known as what? Sentence adverbs. Sentence adverb starts the sentence and modifies the whole sentence. For example, hopefully we will win the match. Hopefully. Also, apparently the sky is getting cloudy. So apparently also is a sentence adverb. It is used in what? The first position, okay, as yes to start what? To start the sentence, okay, or to modify the whole sentence. So we call it as sentence adverbs. The third example, certainly I did not think of coming here. Certainly. So another, yes, example, okay, for the sentence adverbs. The third type of adverbs, not known as what? Adverbs of time or even of frequency. They answer the question of when. Adverbs of time or adverbs of frequency indicate, and also the adverbs of frequency indicate time. So mainly we think of time or even frequency. Okay. Always, sometimes, okay, often or often or usually, okay. So think of adverbs of time and frequency indicate time or frequency of the action in the sentence. They answer also the question of when, okay, in case we think of time, and how, in case we think of what? Frequency. Think of how here, how frequently is the action performed. So let's think of the words, okay, or even adverbs of time and frequency. You have always, never, often, eventually, now, frequently, occasionally, once, forever, okay, seldom, before, Sunday, Monday, 10 a.m., okay, 12 a.m., etc. You can think of them all as what? As common adverbs of time and frequency. Let's take some example in the form of sentence. I went to school a little late yesterday. So when? Yesterday. Yesterday here answers the question of when. He always gets a good result. He always gets a good result. So how, okay, how what? How frequently is the action performed? We can say always. That means it's what? Adverb of frequency. This one is adverb of time. Always, or always, and often, and usually, okay, adverbs of frequency. I will leave Monday. I will leave Monday. So we think of Monday here is what? Adverb of time. Why? Because it will answer the question of when. I will leave when? Monday. Okay. Even on Monday. Okay. He smokes occasionally. He smokes. How frequently is the action performed? How frequently is, yes, smoking here performed? It's like I think of it occasionally. Occasionally is adverb of frequency. What about adverbs of place and direction? Here we think of them, yes, answer the question of where. Adverbs of place or direction that indicate place or direction of the action in the sentence, and they answer the question where. Where is the action performed? Where? In which place? Okay. So here we have some different types of what? Of adverbs of place and direction: across, over, under, in, out, through, backward, there, around, here, sideways, upstairs, in the park, in the field, in that place, in the north, in the, yes, east, and yes. So think of what? All of them are common forms, okay, or such type of example are common forms or of adverbs that used to, yes, to describe, to tell us about what? Place or even direction. For example, here also in form of sentence, I went through the jungle. Through the jungle is an adverb of what? Of place. It answers the question of where. I went where? Through the jungle. Or yes, through which direction? Okay, through the jungle. He plays in the field. He plays where? In the field. In the, yes, yard. Okay, yes. Alex is going where? To school. To school also is adverb of place. He is staying at my home. He's staying where? Staying at my home. The next type is known as what? Adverb or adverbs of degree. They answer the question of how much in the sentence. Adverbs that expresses the importance, degree, level of the action in the sentence are called adverbs of degree. So they tell us about degree, okay? They expresses importance or degree or level of what? Of the action in the sentence. So they answer the question of how much is the action performed. How much the action is the action performed. Here we have some type of examples: completely, nearly, entirely, less, less and most, truly, somewhat, much, etc. also are common adverbs of degree. Let's take some example in form of sentence. She completely forgot about her anniversary. Completely what? For action, okay? Completely forgot, okay? How much? Completely, okay? So it's known as what? Adverb of degree. The second example, I read the newspaper thoroughly. Also, it is what? Adverb of degree. Another example for adverbs of degree. I am so excited about the new job. I am so excited. So excited also is adverb of degree. Salim hardly studies. Salim hardly studies. So also hardly here describe the verb. You can say even Salim studies hardly. So hardly here is also known as adverb of degree. Tell us about degree. The last type of adverbs known as what? Adverbs of manner. We can test them by answering the question. Okay, in case the adverb answer the question of how, that means it's what? Adverb of manner. Adverbs that expresses the manner, approach, process of the action in the sentence are called adverbs of manner. So they are worked in this area, manner, okay, or manner, approach, and process, okay, of the action. So in case they express or even tell us about this point, okay, we think of them as adverbs of manner. They answer the question of how is, okay, or how is the action performed? How is the action performed? In this way, in that way, okay, we think of. So we think of beautifully, equally, thankfully, carefully, politely, yes, handily, quickly, coldly, hotly, resentfully, and earnestly, and also nicely and carelessly, etc. Okay, such type of forms that include ly. We add ly to what? Yes, the forms, okay, are known as what? Adverbs of manner. So here we can know that all of them, okay, include ly at their ends. These adverbs usually end in ly, as we said. As you see here, equally ly at the end, thankfully, carefully, all of them, yes, include ly at the end. So we call them as well adverbs of manner. Okay. The other question of how, as we said, or how is the action performed. Let's divide the prizes. How? How? In which way? Equally. Equally. Okay. So everyone can take part of the prize. Please handle the camera carefully. And also of the ly at the end. Okay, this is also adverb of manner. Malik is walking. How? Slowly. Slowly. So we describe his walking. Okay, that's all about our lecture for today, inshallah, about adverbs. We'll stop here, inshallah, and see you in our next topic, which will be about verbs. Okay, that lecture, okay, we'll say goodbye.